Hey, what's going on? My name is Jamie and I'm a digital marketer. I'm gonna show you today in literally under 10 minutes, probably more like 5 minutes, how you can craft a really smart, nifty marketing strategy for your business. For this year, takes minimal effort, super duper easy to understand. And if you do this consistently, I guarantee you right now, you will grow your business this year. It will consistently grow and you'll find that your brand awareness for your business will literally skyrocket. I do the same thing for myself. I tell other businesses to do the absolutely same thing and it works. Now, I presented this actual same presentation the other day at my local networking group. It's called BNI. We meet every week and we kind of refer it to each other. We learn from each other and we grow with each other. Networking groups are awesome. I taught this in front of a room for about 35 people. The idea behind this marketing strategy is the fact that what you're gonna do is have 4 different forms of marketing available for your business. Form number 1 is always gonna be what I call networking. So I was talking about networking group before. That's my first form of advertising for my business. In this case, networking could be things like your chambers events. Networking can also be things like BNI, which is also a really good place. Or you could go to keynote events where there's like-minded people in the same industry or in industries that are related to what you're going for, that you're trying to hunt down and get more business from. Networking is in person. It means you're actually physically got to be there on foot, talking to people, creating these relationships. The one thing you might find with networking in this first bucket is it does take a lot of effort sometimes because you can only meet so many people in one day. So we're moving on to the second bucket. The second bucket is what I like to say, the short form bucket. Short form, everyone knows what short form is these days. It's TikTok. TikTok is that really cool platform when you post a vertical video. Who knew vertical videos were gonna become popular at any point in time in life? Post a short form vertical video, maybe it's 30 seconds to about a minute and a half long. You post it onto these platforms and what happens is it pushes it out to a network of people who have never heard about you. And if it gets picked up by some people, they start liking it, they start sharing it, they start engaging with it. These algorithms from these platforms push the ads further out, and before you know it, you potentially could go overnight viral. The dream for most of us businesses, obviously it doesn't happen too often for people, but when it does happen, it's an awesome feeling. Short form content isn't just TikTok. TikTok is one of the main ones because that's what we all know about now. But things like, Instagram Reels does the same thing. YouTube Stories does the same thing. YouTube Shorts also does the same thing. And the best part about those 3 platforms, they're all vertical. So that same video that you're creating for TikTok, you can use on Instagram Reels, Facebook Stories, YouTube Shorts, Pinterest ID pins, and whoever else wants to come up with a vertical format like that. Bucket number 2, short form content. Bucket number 3 is what I like to call the organic/engage category. So this is a category where you don't really have to put too much hard effort in or time. It's more so for the fact that you're doing it to be there and visible. This is kind of creates the better brand awareness for your business because you are physically interacting with people or physically doing stuff to show up at the right time. Organic also relates to, ranking your pages naturally on your Google. You can obviously go and talk and hire an SEO expert to do it for you, but some people get very lucky and have their pages on Google ranking naturally. But there's other things you can do in this bucket. Things like go onto the LinkedIn, engaging with people that you want to do business with, engaging with other businesses looking for help, and creating yourself as a thought leader. You can also jump on to Facebook groups, local mum and dad communities, local community areas where people are constantly all the time typing in, hey, I'm looking for this kind of trade, or hey, I'm looking for this kind of service. And then people start referring each other inside of these communities. I see this work. If you can sit in there and refer yourself or refer a mate and they give it back to you, it's the same situation. You're giving word of mouth referral in a sense is done on the digital platform rather in person. So people trust this a lot more better. That's the organic engage, and really all it costs you is your time. The final bucket, my favorite bucket, paid advertising, where I see the most success in, mainly because this is what I've done all my life is paid advertising. But I also know that paid advertising works because you get the people, whether they're looking to discover your service or product, or they're physically on Google right now, typing in your service or your product that you offer, and your ad pops up. The thing with paid advertising is obviously paid. You've got to put dollars down on the table. And a lot of times that scares a lot of business owners away. And I don't know why. In the end, if you can get in front of your dream audience or your dream person that's searching for your service now, why wouldn't you pay that money? Because I love to. I get in front of those people right now if I can, because it means I have to not wait for the other 3 buckets to do things. Okay, so you've got those 4 buckets now there. So you've got the networking, you've got the short form, you've got the organic plus engage, and then you've got the paid. The best part about these 4 buckets is the fact is they all should support each other in your marketing strategy. So the idea is you do 1, in being in each of those buckets initially when you're starting out, and do it consistently and don't stop. So you do one form of networking once a week. You do one form of short form content once a week. So post one video on TikTok or something like that. You are sitting on LinkedIn once a week while you sit down watching maths or Home and Away, and you're replying to people and engaging with people. That's in bucket number 3. And bucket number 4 is a little bit different. You're just continuously running ads week to week, because you can't just turn ads on and off like that, because it's not how life works. And the idea about it is consistency is the key here, and you're starting to learn what works best for your business with each one of those buckets. You're starting to see where the leads are coming from. You're starting to see people get to know you a bit better because you are now showing up in more places at different times. You're also now showing up when people are searching for your business, and showing up when people want to discover a product like yours that you offer. And one of the best things about having these 4 buckets is, if one bucket dies out, let's say your paid ads all of a sudden stops generating your leads, stops generating your sales, what can you do? The buckets that are still consistently going, so your organic plus engage, your short form, and your networking bucket, are still doing their rounds, and they're still doing their thing. So while your paid advertising is doing crap, the others are backing you up for you. And that's why you don't ever go in with one bucket. I always tell people, it's so stupid if you just focus on doing networking for your business, because that's only going to get you so far. And when the leads dry up in that part, what are you left with? Absolutely nothing. This is why you want all 4 buckets. And then what you can do 6 months down the track, 12 months down the track, you can outlay all these buckets onto the table and put down your revenues from each bucket that you've earned in the last 6 months, in the last 12 months, and just see where your revenue is sitting based on those different forms of marketing and advertising you're doing for your business. Now, the best part about this is it shows you where you're going wrong. It shows you what bucket is doing you the best and generating you the most money. And it's also showing you what bucket's doing you absolute shit. So that gives you the opportunity to go back and focus on the weak buckets and find out, how do I make more money from this bucket that's performing badly? In my case last year, it was networking. That's where I screwed up big time. My revenue from networking was quite shallow compared to all the other revenues that I made actually from paid advertising, organic, and also short form. I made a lot of money from those, but I didn't make as much from networking. So my goal this year is to put heavy focus on networking and see if I can bring that revenue goal up. And if I still can't get up, maybe it's not right for my business, but we can't count that out yet. I really hope this helps. Be consistent. That's all I say in marketing. Consistency works the best. A lot of these big brands out there, think Coca-Cola's, think Microsoft, think Apple. If they didn't do consistent marketing, they would never be around or as big as they are right now. Marketing is so important for every business to grow, and people should not be scared about putting some money or some time and some effort behind advertising, because I can tell you right now, it will change your business this year if you can put the effort in.